Introducing the Latin Heat side. Number 1, James Farrago. Number 2, Pablo Gaspini. Number 3, James Horvat. Number 4, Oscar Mendoza. Number 5, Diego Papa. Number 6, Joy Summers. Number 7, Brad Muller. Number 8, Andrew Zulaga. Number 9, Seb Martinez. Number 11, Brandon Tobar. Number 12, Francisco Leva. Number 13, Eddie Meganeva. Number 14, Gabriel Papa. Number 15, Rafael Mendoza. Number 17, Eugene Arama. Number 18, Patrick Carmanas. And number 19, Matt Gardner. The Africa United side. Number 1, Abed Carwin. Number 2.
Hello and welcome to the second game of the Confederate Cup of the Emerging Nations Rugby League. With Latin Heat up against the African United. As African United make their way out onto the field. Paul Arundel in commentary again for this one. Go through the Latin Heat team the best we can. I could hardly read the team manager's handwriting, so I'll do the best I can here. At fullbacks, Thomas Garrido. The wingers are Oscar Mendoza and Papa. The centres are James Horvath and Gabriel Papa. The halves are Jai Summers and Brad Miller. The front rows are Andrew Zalaga and Brendan Tobar. The hooker is Seb Martinez. The back rows are Francisco Levia, Eddie Wagner and Gaspani. On the bench, you've got Rafael Mendoza, Araya Camano and Matt Gardner. I haven't had time to write down their first names, so apologies there. The African United side is Samuel Karwan, Alfonso Payne, Wansela Dan. In the centres, we've got Gik Reek and O.B. Karwan. And in the halves, we've got Mong Jiut and Jonathan Suarez. So it looks like just having a minute's silence here or something. Apologies. So we weren't informed about that, so apologies back home. They let that one slip through. So keep going through the Africa United side. Ben Jagita and Alex Levelot in the front rows. Valerie Bakuru is the dummy half. Steinman Mo is the captain. Mum Malaki is the other second row partner, and Adam Perry is the lock forward. On the bench, you got Daniel Madwack, Bill Benjamin, Jordan Adebayo Moa, and Arne Durt and Michael James. That is the Africa United side. As both teams go through the huddle, we'll see what we've got in store here. We just had a very entertaining game moments ago. I'm sure we're in for another big contest here. So it'll be Africa United to kick off. Interesting here. I think Africa United just had too many players on the field. And we're finally underway in the second game of the Confederate Cup here on day 6. As Eddie Wegener will charge into the defence. It's a good run to start up for the Latin Heat. Zulaga, Andrew Zulaga. So 2 good runs to start off here for the Latin Heat. Quick play the ball. It's Jai Summers in jersey 6 for the Latin Heat. Zulaga will go for another hit up. They get over halfway, a big bumping run. Adam Perry come off second best there. So Miller with the kick. It's a wonky old kick. There's 2 balls on the field. Samuel Carwan, the fullback, he'll pick it up. And Adam Perry runs back to play ball boy and just boots it, or almost boots it off the field. A player is actually in the far in goal. So we still have 2 balls on the field. So we come down the short side. Here's Mo, the captain for Africa United. So good field position here. Alfonso Payne in jersey 18 will play the ball on the 40. Dodgy play the ball and the referee's picked it up. Just spilt the ball, Alfonso Payne, and so it'll be a Latin Heat scrum feed here. 40 out from their own try line. So if you just tuned into this one, just let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching from home, on your tablet, on the bus, on the train, maybe you're out bush, Central Australia somewhere, or on safari in Africa. Here's Garrido. Had a good game last hit up here at the Windsor Stadium. Martinez at dummy half, goes to Gardner. Coming centre field with Miller. Wegener. He spilt the ball out. So, good defence from Africa United. The ball comes loose. So if you've got nothing to do today, come down to the Windsor Stadium. Canteen's open, plenty of good hot food thanks to the Windsor Wolves Rugby League Club. They've done a great job in hosting this event. Day 6 of the tournament. Pushing in the scrum, Latin Heat. And the referee is going to call another scrum, but this time it's going to be a Latin Heat feed. Africa United have spilt the ball in the scrum. So a bit of bad fortune there for Africa United. So we're back underway. It's Papa. He's the jersey 18, Pat Kamano, and he spilt the ball now. So a comedy of errors here to open up this second game here of the Confederate Cup. Our teams just need to control themselves here as Jordan Anabamoa will play it. Here's Mo, a skipper. Been impressive in both games that he's played, Steinman Mo. Leading by example, the captain. Here's Perry. So they go out to the right-hand side through the hands. Halfback Suarez is eventually he's wrapped up. So they go the short side again here. Does a dummy and almost gets through. Mung Jilt. Last tackle now for Africa United. Here's Carwan, he's the man. OB Carwan, he's over. OB Carwan, too strong there. Bumps off a couple of defenders and scores a try for Africa United. So 4-0 with the kick to come. OB Carwan, I think that was his first touch. And he's running from dummy half. Bustles his way over. He's also been impressive this tournament. The wind's just getting very strong. If you're wondering what's going on, here's the replay. Carwan is away from 1, 2. There's 3 defenders there, and they just couldn't hang on to the big man. Maybe Carwan from the Ivory Coast. Any questions? You're wondering why South Africa or teams like that, Cook Islands, for example, aren't in this Emerging Nations Cup. And it's because they're full member nations. The majority of these teams in the Emerging Nations, they are just that, Emerging Nations, full members. Africa United made up of a mixture of Ivory Coast players, South Sudan, player from Egypt, Cameroon as well, Mauritius, Congo, Nigeria, Uganda also there, Libya, Ghana, Liberia, I beg your pardon. Abid Karwan looking to add the extras. Not sure if we got a stat, but I'm pretty sure he'd be close to the leading point scorer of this tournament, Abid Karwan. He adds the extra, so it's 6-0. Africa United over the Latin Heat here in the second game of day 6 of the Confederate Cup.
Score now, Africa United 6, Latin Heat 0.
Africa United went down 35-18 a couple of days ago against the Mediterranean Middle East. Back underway, shallow restart. You get a dodgy bounce there, but eventually it's cleaned up there by Wansala Dan. So now after the first points have been scored, it may give both teams an opportunity just to settle into their rhythm. Nervous start for both teams. Africa United bringing this out of their own territory. Good run there. The ball could have been stripped there. The referee has seen it that way. So another penalty. Malaki with a good solid run and the ball ripped out. See it here on the replay. It's just a hand in there. Referees have been spot on this whole tournament. So they're not going to get away with that. So Mo, the captain, good run here from Stoneman Mo. Still going with a leg drive. Good start to this set of 6. Going for dummy half is Alfonso Payne. Good contact there from Pat Camano as well for Latin Heat. Martinez also helping out with Papa. Here's Aidan Perry. So the centre field, 16 out from Latin Heat's try line here. They go out to the right-hand side. Suarez runs to the line. Malaki may have just overrun it there. Suarez is still going. Now the ball's come loose and it's picked up by Thomas Garrido. Garrido's there met by Adebayo. Zalaga, heavy contact. Ben Jadigi bounced off that tackle. Here's Gardner. Straight into Malaki. Also Karwan there to help out the tackle. Martinez goes for a run from dummy half. Malaki wraps him up. So they go out to the left-hand side. Miller. On Zalaga again. He's been very busy. Andrew Zalaga. So it goes back to Papa. Diego Papa kicks this. It's a very good kick. This could be a 40-20. Great kick from Diego Papa. We'll wait for the ruling for the referee. And it is a 40-20, so well done to Diego Papa. Martinez. Big hits out here in the opening 10 minutes of this one. They go out to the left-hand side. Wagner looking for a try. Quick play the ball. They go out to the left hand again, but the referee's seen something. Just dragging down the referee ruling there. Latin Heat probably would have preferred to play on that one. They had the numbers out the left-hand side. Eddie Wagner will charge into the defence again. He could be over here, Wagner. The ball's come loose. 4-on-1 in that. You heard the spectator scream that out. Now, boys just get a bit aggressive down there with each other. The referee just splits them apart. So, the referee's going to give the scrum feed to Africa United here. He's ruled that the ball carrier's just had a loose carry. I think he had an argument for a penalty there, but anyway, goes in favour of Africa United. 6-0. And number 9 there, Bukura, almost ran without it. Karwan. Good tackle down low there. There's Papa. Here's Perry. And straight into number 3, James Horvath. Malaki, as my notes almost blow away in the wind. So go out to the short side. That breeze may have just turned around a bit. Garrido's got to go back for it. He's in goal. It's a good chase here, and Garrido spilled it. It's gone over. So a mistake there from Thomas Garrido. You could hear the thundering footsteps of Karwan coming down. So more pressure here for the Latin Heat. They're down 6-0. It's that wind picking up. So we'll get the restart underway very shortly. Diego Papa. Good take there from Suarez. Madwak. So Africa United, centre field, full set of 6. Scamper from dummy half. Here's Bukuru. Got numbers both sides. They'll come out to this left-hand side. Inside to Mo. He's dangerous from this position. Seen him score a couple of tries in this tournament. Running onto that is Perry. Ball's popped out. It could be a try here for Africa United. Suarez has dived on it, but the referee's ruled it's gone forward. So a let off there for the Latin Heat. As we're joined here by Steve Warwick, boss of the Latin Heat, in an Africa United shirt. How does that work?
No, I'm from Africa United.
Got a good toe thrown there. That was brilliant. Good start for Africa United, up 6-0. Impressed with the boys' efforts in this tournament. 3 games in 5 days.
That's a lot of footy.
It certainly is. So the scrum will pack. This is Diego Papa. Come up with a good play, the 40-20 moments ago. It's Patrick Camano. 4 Africa United players in that tackle. Now there's a mistake, so more pressure coming the Heat's way. Africa United, how long has the Africa United team been around for?
The senior side's only been around since 2016. Actually, it was the Latin Heat that actually got us going. So Robert Bergen,
right.
really good gentleman, and helped me a lot.
There's a lot of talented players, not only Latin Heat, but the Africa United. A lot of blokes coming from South Sudan. How hard is it to get on as we go with Karwan? He's always dangerous every time he gets the ball. Get him straightened up, look for support here. Karwan bumps off another one. He could go himself here. This is a great run from AB Karwan. He's got over, but the referee's going to call double movement. I thought momentum may have carried him over the line there. Some great athletes in this Africa United. We just saw one there on show, AB Karwan. What's his backstory?
He started as a junior in Blacktown for the PCYC. Actually made Tigers under 20s by the time he was had left the club in 17s. But played all his footy at PCYC Blacktown and actually got selected to play Tigers from 2nd Division C grade, which is a pretty good achievement.
Certainly is. That's Brendan Tobar in jersey 11 for Latin Heat. It's Miller. Wegner, inside pass, back inside to Kamano. And now we've spilt the ball, so there's a good kick there from Mo.
Yeah, Steinman. He's very passionate. Very passionate about his people.
Now, a lot of these players obviously go to work. A lot of them, the heritage back in Africa, obviously go to work during the week, come here and play a game of footy. How's the development going back in their homeland?
It's starting to take off in Africa. There's quite a few nations over there that actually started rugby league, but the one we'd really like to focus on is probably West Africa and the Sudanese. Sudan would be an ideal location to set it up.
So Jewett wins the scrum feed. Suarez, the Karwan.
Yeah, Samuel's Obed's younger brother. He's only 17 years of age. He's in the rep system at West Tigers also.
It's good to see them coming through. Bar TV does a lot of country rugby league, the Newcastle Rugby League, Canberra, Illawarra, South Coast, and we see a few Sudanese players coming through the ranks. Was a good winger for the Queanbeyan Kangaroos last year, Jedediah Simikin. I think he's now playing Q Cup. It's good to see some African heritage players starting to make their way through the grades. Martinez goes from the scrum base, getting up to the 40. So what's coming up after this tournament for Africa United?
We've got all the Harmony events for 16s and 18s starting next week on the 20th. Then after that, any games that we can organise against other nations. And early next year into the Cabramatta International Nines, where we'll enter the Sudanese team, and we'll more than likely enter 2 Africa United senior sides as well. We've got a lot of young juniors ready to stand up and have a bit of a run, so we'll give them the opportunity.
Yeah, you picked most of the players from metropolitan Sydney.
Yeah.
Obviously, other regions around. If a player that may be playing up in Queensland or country New South Wales of African heritage, how do they contact Africa United to get involved?
They've just got to contact us on our website or on our Facebook page. Pretty simple. Phone numbers are there, email addresses. They can find them on Sports TG as well. We do have a lot of young boys from around the metro area, but there's actually a few here today that actually hailed from Bathurst. There's 2, the Dutt brothers, Mung and Ane. Got Mun Mapoi. He was here, a Metropolitan boy, but he's actually now in Canberra.
Well, he's a half break here. There's a big chance. I don't think they're going to catch him. He's got Karwan alongside of him. We've got a try coming up here from Mung Doit, right next to the post. Thought we might get a try celebration here, but Mung Doit just plants the ball down. And Africa United extend their lead to 10 points to nil with a kick to come.
Mung's a very good player. He's also in the Canterbury Bulldogs system.
And who was the inspiration of the jersey? It's a pretty good looking jersey. You've got the shirt, the team shirt next to it, so it replicates the jersey.
Yes, it's a colourful design. African heritage is quite colourful. Steinman and myself, we looked at it, at a few shirt designs, and we found one online and said, can we get something similar to this? And our supplier came up with it. It was quite good.
It certainly is, and just to let everyone know, if you like the merchandise, Beastwear is the main supplier of this Emerging Nations Championship. But go to the Africa United Facebook page, you can get some merchandise. Also the same for the Latin Heat. Some good jerseys, good merchandise. Helps these teams grow. So beat Karwan, we'll look to add the extras. Taking his time with his kick. And he adds the extra, so it's 12-0. Africa United over the Latin Heat.
Texas scored at Africa United 12, Latin Heat 0.
So Latin Heat just taking their time here with the restart. Let us know where you're tuning in from. So Papa with the restart. Another high restart. It's a bit more distance on that one as the wind has just died down for a moment. Good strong carry there from Jiggity. Perry. Steve Warwick, you mentioned about a lot of these players. They've coming through systems at NRL clubs, which is great to see. How many go back home and try to expand the rugby league gospel back into their homeland?
Look, at the moment, most of the boys don't travel back out of Australia. It's something that we would try and look forward to doing, is actually to get a few of the boys to go back home and promote the game over there, especially in Sudan. I think Sudan could be a good place to start.
Well, the opportunity to turn this into something big, not only with Africa United, but all the clubs, very similar to the West Indies cricket.
Yeah.
How all the nations merge and become the powerhouse. For a while there, not so much now.
Yeah, no, this has been good. It's been a very good journey with these boys. As I said, we've still got a lot of younger boys coming through, but yeah, when you can field 13 different nations in one team, it's pretty special. It's something they wouldn't do in their homeland. So we've accomplished something really good here, and I might say it's been with a great contribution from the NRMA as well. They've backed us for the last 2 years, and it's really good that they've got behind us.
A message there to anybody want to get behind one of these, or one of the emerging nations, or one of these developing Confederate teams, as the ball's been spilt, picked up by Martinez. Get on board, as NRMA have done so, and Guzman Gomez of the Latin Heat. Some heavy contact out there, Steve.
Yes.
Glad you're up here with us.
Yes, I am. Even though it's a bit chilly, it's a little bit safer.
Kamano, the ball's come loose. The referee's going to rule that it's been stripped out. So the referee just blowing time off here. Now, Steve, your background. Before Africa United come along, what was your involvement in rugby league?
I've been involved in rugby league since I was a child. I'm 60 years of age now. Started with Asquith way back when I was very, very, very young, and then a little club called Barara Wallabies, and then on to Millers at Mount Druitt and St Mary's. And I finished with West Mount Druitt. That was the finish of my career. I broke my leg, and from there I got involved on the administration side and coaching, and had heavy involvement with the PCYC through Blacktown, and started a little club for them, and yeah, it's just continued on from there.
Well, the penalty's gone Africa United's way here. The referee was signalling to some back chat there, so not very good discipline there for Latin Heat. In the early playing days, did you ever think you'd be involved with a team called Africa United?
No, it's quite funny at times. We'll go to meetings, and I've actually had my wife attend one of the meetings with me, and we're all sitting around a table, and it's all the different nations, and you've got Samoa, Tonga, and Fiji, and then it gets to me, and they're, where are you from? You go, Africa, and they just look at you.
Here's a break. It's Bacaro. The fact that's right.
Yeah, Gook Riek, he's one of the Queensland boys.
So quick play of the ball. Bacaro now. There's Carwan. Carwan does the dummy. He's lifted up. It's gone backwards. Suarez is with it. Suarez will do the dummy. And he's brought down 9 out from the line. Africa United looking for their third try. Here's the big 16. Jiggity pops the pass here. Annabom Moa is wrapped up. Slow play the ball. The referee gives a penalty here. Just a hand on the ball.
Yeah, young Jordan Adamamoa, this is only his 4th year in rugby league. So he's doing quite well.
Doing a great job. That wind gets picked up pretty heavy. He's Jiggity again with a solid run. There's 5 Latin Heat defenders in there. Cara at dummy half, Suarez, it's Malaki. He'll play this 5 out from the line, so still centre field, Africa United. They come out to the left-hand side. Doit, here's Carwan. Oh, that's a big hit from Kamano. Patrick Kamano on Samuel Carwan. We'll see plenty of more of that as we go through the days. There's another one on Alfonso Payne, but he's still going. So here's Adebama again, wrapped up by Gardner. Last tackle now for the Latin Heat. Can they hang on here? Suarez puts it into the goal. It's a very good kick, and it's been fumbled over the dead ball line there by Malaki. So we'll come back to the 20 for the restart. Well, Steve, you can hang around here till half time if you wish, mate, or you've got some official duties.
No, that's okay. It's better than sitting down under that marquee.
So that was Mendoza that played it. And this is Papa, Gabriel Papa. And the 2 Papas are out there for Latin Heat. Probably the smallest men of the tournament, the Papa boys. And that's probably gone backwards, that kick there from Horvath. So what does Africa United hope to get from this tournament, Steve?
A little bit of prestige, I suppose. A little bit more presenting themselves to the public a lot more, getting a little bit more public interest in them. As you said, anyone that wants to back us, that's really what we're looking for. But we're really trying to present ourselves to the African community as well and try and get more involved. I've found that this has been a great pathway for some of the African youth. It keeps them off the streets and keeps them active.
Yeah, it's great work. As I say, the volunteers of these teams, yes, it's mind-boggling of some of the stories I've heard from the guys involved. There's Carwan, runs straight into Kamano again. You think he would have learnt the first time.
Yeah. That's the nature of the beast. You only end up where the ball takes you.
So Riek, he'll play this just inside Latin Heat's territory. Perry bounces away from the tackle from Gardner, but Zalaga wraps him up. But we've got another penalty for offside here. Latin Heat, as I said, all teams in this Confederate Cup, they've played 3 games in 5 days, so you can forgive the place for being a little tired and creeping up inside the 10.
Yeah, there's not much recovery time for the boys. Our boys normally straight after a game go straight to the pool.
Oh, good shot there from Papa there on that far side. Probably if he was a couple of inches taller, he would have grabbed that one. Well, he must have got a hand to it because the referee's ruled a scrum.
Yeah, it didn't look like it from here, but the touch is there.
So hopefully we'll have this Emerging Nations in 4 years' time. There's even talks of earlier than that. So
yeah, there's been a mention of a carnival, a carnival itself of Emerging Nations. So yeah, it's only early. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what comes up. But we look forward to the Heritage season. It's really good. The boys get out of their local clubs and come and take a bit of pride in who they are.
There's a couple of vocal spectators here.
You get them everywhere.
It's good to see. It adds a little bit of atmosphere. So the Latin Heat bringing this out of their own territory again. Here's Miller. Miller gets around one. Eventually he's wrapped up and driven back for good measure. So heading into the final 10 minutes of this first half. It's Brendan Tobar. Good leg drive there. Here's Gardner. Bumps away from one, flicks it out the back, and Horvath couldn't hang on to it. So another scrum. There's been a few handling errors in this one.
Yeah, quite a few.
So scrum will pack on halfway. So who's impressed you so far in this tournament of the Confederate Cup teams? Any individual players, or may as well stick to the Africa United boys?
Well, if we're talking Africa United boys, I think young Samuel Carwin playing fullback. He's only 17 years of age. He's on debut with his brother. Solid in defence, and he's a good attacking football player.
So Abid Carwin will play it. Scamper from dummy half from Payne. He's done that a lot in this tournament. Alfonso Payne comes in, helps the forwards. Here's the skipper, Steinman Moe, bounces away, gets the pass away to Jewett. Jewett's still going, shrugs off a couple of tackles. He'll come in centre field. He's wrapped up 10 out from the try line. So they go to the right-hand side. Madwack is brought to ground.
Yeah, Daniel travels up from Melbourne. 6 again.
6 to go here for Africa United. So that win is very strong. He's Jiggity. Speaking of strong, it'll take about 4 blokes to bring him down. Caro at dummy half. They come out to this left-hand side. Jude with it. Throws a long flat pass to Payne. Payne could be over here.
Held up.
Referee's called held up. You just said there, Daniel Madwack travelled up from Melbourne.
Yep.
Not a known rugby league city. That's great news. How did he find out about Africa United?
Originally he was in Queensland, found us and came down and played with us, and then he moved to Victoria. He's actually playing in a Victorian club, so it's good.
It's Steinman Moe. Yeah. He's over. Big dive there from the skipper. Africa United get their 3rd try, and that's probably the best put down I've seen of the tournament. Steinman Moe, the skipper. Well, hold on a minute, the referee's called time off for something. He's awarded the try. He's going to call both captains out. Not sure if Moe will be able to speak. He's probably winded himself after that dive. Here it is on the replay. Awesome stuff. One for the highlights reel. So Matt Gardner also called out by the referee, but just having a couple of words to both skippers, and I'll leave it at that. So what's the Steinman Moe story?
Steinman had the last 12 months off due to injury, and was going to go back and play rugby union, but he decided that Africa United's his go, and he's a proud person, loves his heritage. He was actually in the North Sydney system, so yeah.
Mighty Bears.
Yeah, the Mighty Bears, I miss them. they were the go when I was a kid.
I think everyone misses the Bears except the people running the NRL.
Yeah.
So Abid Carwin looking to make it 3 from 3. You can hear the drums, but I don't know where they're coming from. And yeah, as the extra, so 18 points to nil. Africa United over the Latin Heat. Into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Paul Arundel in commentary, joined by Steve Warwick, the boss of Africa United. Doing a great job with grassroots footy, giving a lot of these guys opportunities to play at a higher level. All these guys representing their nations of heritage. So the Latin Heat boys from all over South America. That's a great restart. Horvath picks it up. Keeping it alive here through Gardner. Carwin's there to make the tackle. So Latin Heat, they'll be hoping to pinch one here before half-time. Slow to his feet. Summers, Horvath, cut out pass here to Papa. Gabriel Papa's brought down 5 out. Close to the sideline. Run here from dummy half from Summers.
Yeah.
And he's just gone into touch. Touch his flag on that far side. It's up, so Joy Summers, he must have just put his boot into touch. So with this Africa United, he's looking at just Sydney, or you're hoping to possibly, don't want to use the word franchise, but that's the only one that can come to my head. You have one in a team in Brisbane or Sydney and all over the place and bring the guys together. That
was the goal. We were looking to try and get some of our players that are in those states to take the lead from us and try and get something happening down there. If I have to go to Melbourne or go to Queensland and help somebody set it up, I'll do that. But in the meantime, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get that interest. And realistically, I think Melbourne would be a good state to really kick it off.
Well, as we said earlier, if you have some African heritage, get in touch with Africa United. They're on the Facebook page. And they're open 24 hours. I can send a message close to midnight, and their skipper, Simon Moe, he'll reply. I don't think he sleeps, does he?
No, neither do I.
It's a difficult bounce here for Garrido. And it's going to beat everybody over the sideline, over the dead ball line, I beg your pardon. So Latin Heat will come back to the 20 for the restart. So Garrido gets us back underway. Jiggity and Perry in there with the hits. Bring him down on the 30. Summers at dummy half. He's Gardner. Suarez there making the tackle with the help of Carwan. Miller. Inside pass, here's the 15. Mendoza. Rafael Mendoza. Miller. Gives it to Papa. This is Tobar. Flicks it to Kamano. It's gone to ground, and Africa United will get the feed here from the scrum.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's a game that's marred a little bit with mistakes.
Well,
errors.
It can be forgiven, as you said, 3 games in 5 days.
Yeah, it's not an easy task.
So hopefully we'll see these, a few more of these Confederate Cup tournaments.
Yeah, I think it's the way to go. I mean, every young person would love to, represent their heritage. I think there should be more of it. It's good quality footy too.
Well, if you're like me, we got no idea where our heritage comes from. Arundel, it's a hard name to track down. Some people call us a Rundelay, so maybe we've got a bit of Latin in us, I'm not sure.
Yeah. See, Ben Jagetti just got a rest, and Bill Benjamin's taken the field, number 2. He's actually with the Blacktown Workers Sea Eagles. Big winger.
A couple of them here. They built for rugby league or even athletics. You look at the Latin Heat; they're all odd, different sizes and shapes.
Yeah. No
disrespect to the Latin Heat boys.
Yeah, the genetics actually surprised a few of the NRL players that came out when these kids were just juniors, and players like Michael Jennings and that couldn't believe the physique of some of the kids at 8 years of age.
Well, we look at the AFL Sudanese heritage boys at Magic Door for North Melbourne. Here's a chance here. He's your man, the winger.
Yep.
He's going to go over here, Bill Benjamin. First touch. Picks up a try just before half-time, 22-0. Bill Benjamin showed a good fend there to go over and score. Good movement there from Africa United. As we see here on the replay, just got around a couple of defenders there, and good finish. Just remember, these guys will be back on show on Saturday.
Yeah. 24 hours off and they're playing again.
Yeah. I hope they all have holidays booked after this, because they're going to need it.
We have got another player that couldn't compete in the tournament. He just played in the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs New South Wales Cup Grand Final. Jake Nakomba.
Yeah.
He was one of our original Africa United players back in 2012 as a junior. Playing in the local Canterbury comp, and he went on to bigger and better things. But he was quite disappointed he couldn't play in this because he'd booked a holiday.
So Car1 looking to add the extras here. Perfect record so far. You can hear the coach of Latin Heat on the sideline barking instructions. I mentioned day one of the Confederate Cup about the strapping on Abid Car1. If there's anyone out there.
Oh, is there any tape company that'd like to sponsor him? I mean, you get your name on him.
Car1. Oh, it's hit the post and gone in.
Yeah.
So it's 24-0. African United over the Latin Heat.
African United 24, Latin Heat 0.
Yeah, most of the boys, they're normally pretty reserved. Who's the joker in the African United squad?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. They've all got a great sense of humour, and yeah, they like to have a bit of a muck around. But I must say, Ben Zagetti, I find him to be the clown on the side.
It's a good run there from Madwack. Plays his rugby league in Melbourne. It's good to see guys travelling all up for this tournament. Darn will play it. Boys just exchanging some words there. Don and Gardner. Probably just discussing whether if they're going to go to the Windsor Leagues for a schnitzel a little bit later on. Mo will play this right on halfway. Into the final minute of this first half. There's Aidan Perry.
Yeah, young Aidan's only a newcomer as well. It's his first game for us. Well, first game was on Tuesday, but first time he's played for us. It's really good to get these young kids coming through, finding their heritage and wanting to play.
So Garrido will play this 15 out from his own line. And now Latin Heat get a penalty. Garrido goes for the quick tap, but the referee says no. Come back and tap it on the mark. So after this one, do you hang around and watch the remaining games, or?
Yeah, I love my footy, so you know, as you can tell, I stick around and watch them. I was quite impressed with the Disability Rugby League on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I loved the way the New Zealand boys did the haka. I thought that was amazing. And the way they stood there and sung their anthem.
And even the hits, mouthing off. It was a true Australia-New Zealand test match. And that'll be the last play of the first half. And it's Africa United leading 24-0 over the Latin Heats. We'll take a quick break here on Bar TV Sports and be back with the second half.
24, Latin Heat 0.
So welcome back here to Windsor Stadium in northwest Sydney. Second half is about to get underway between the Latin Heat and Africa United. At the moment, Africa United's in front, 4 converted tries to 0. And let us know where you're watching from all around the world. Hugo Froze, I'm not sure what where he's watching from, but thanks for tuning into the coverage. We're back underway this second half at the Confederate Cup. And it'll be big 15 here. Mad Whack bringing it out for the first hit up in this second period. Here's Samuel Carwan, the 17-year-old, making his debut tournament here. Here's Mad Whack with another hit up. Adam Perry gets around one, shows some fancy footwork there. He just needs support, puts it on the toe here. There's some chances out wide here, but Gabriel Papa, he cleans it up. So enterprising stuff from Africa United there. Here's Kamano bringing this out. He's probably put the biggest hit on the day so far, Patrick Kamano, on Samuel Carwan early in the first half. Gardner, he runs hard and he's wrapped up just short of the 40. Here come this short side as Miller decides to go back in. He's just grabbed by the foot by Samuel Carwan and Suarez over the top. Here's Horvath. So goes back to Papa. He's got a bit of pressure there. He finds a half gap. Papa throws it, and Ben Benjamin puts out the big mitts there. Bill Benjamin will play this 35 out from their own line. Steinman Moe. Another good run there for the 14. So here's Samuel Moe. Samuel Carwan. Kura at dummy half. Suarez did well to grab that one. He stabs that in the corner. Garrido's got a bit of work to do. It doesn't matter because the Africa United defence is offside. Inside the 10, the referee ruling there. Good touch finder, picking up another 15 metres. Gardner, as he's done so often in this tournament, does the hard stuff for Latin Heat. Summers was appealing for something there. Here's a Raya. Inside pass. Good solid run here. Mendoza gets Latin Heat over halfway. Here's Papa out the back to Garrido. Garrido's met there by 2. So Reich out there helping out with the defence. Diego Papa again. Russell, Miller, I beg your pardon. Last tackle for Latin Heat, but we've got a mistake at the play of the ball. So, referee there, it looks like he's ruling to Brad Miller that he didn't get to his feet to play that ball. You see here on the replay, he's looking for that quick play of the ball, and maybe a little bit harsh there, the referee. Anyway, Africa United will feed their scrum near halfway. And they beat Carwan. Charge into the line. Good tackle around the legs from Brad Miller. He's just walked off the mark there a bit, Carwan, so the referee says go back and play it. Alfonso Payne pinches another 10 metres. Carwan again with another run, bumps away from one. Tobar's there to wrap him up. We've got a player down on the 40-metre line. Just receiving attention here from the Latin heat. Looks like it is Miller. Brad Miller, the halfback, he just made a good tackle, and problems there. Looks like a shoulder injury, so hopefully he's okay. And it looks like his shoulders just popped back in. Amazing recovery there. He was in pain 2 seconds ago, and now he's all right. Do it. Gives this here, linking up with Rick. Rick passes here to Benjamin. Got a chance here, Africa United. Darn wrestling out there. Eventually he's wrapped up. Latin Heat pick up the ball. Garrido will bring this out. Benjamin lines Garrido up. He spins out of the tackle. Pitches another 10 metres. Now he ends his side a penalty. The referee says, yeah, go with a quick tap, and Garrido advances another 10. Go down the short side. Big Tobar, Brendan Tobar, gets Latin Heat into Africa United's half. Diego Papa, Araya spilled it. So Latin Heat, they just can't hang on to the ball. They get into a good position and look like they're building a little bit of momentum, and they come up with the mistake. So if you're tuning into this coverage, let us know where you're watching from. I'd love to find out if there's anyone in Africa or in South America tuning into this one. So Rayek, good Rayek, trying to get Africa United over halfway, and he does so. Good first up run. Darn goes for a scamper from dummy half. Good hit from Araya and Horvat. Brings Wansella Darn down to the ground. Alfonso Payne goes for a run from dummy half. He's got through a half gap. Alonzo Payne palms away a couple. He's brought down there by Tobar. And now he's lost the ball. See some good play from both teams. And as I said, the ball just spills out. First game here of day 6 of the Emerging Nations. ASEAN defeated Mediterranean Middle East by 4 points in a thriller. After ASEAN went out to a 14-point lead, Mediterranean Middle East come back. Just ran out of time. So Latin Heat should be looking to hang on for this set of 6. Now they get a penalty, so this will help their cause. Flopping down on the tackle. The tackle's made. Horvat will find touch. It's a good one. So there'll be 40 out from the African United line. Gardner again with the first hit up. Good tackle around the legs. Alfonso Payne brought the big man down. It's Papa. Short pass there to the 15. Mendoza. Rafael Mendoza. They go through the hands. Diego Papa. Out to Horvat. That pass, well, it looked to be forward, but it's gone straight into the midst of Bill Benjamin. And he'll streak away and score Africa United's 5th try. Bill Benjamin picks up a double. And Africa United extend their lead to 28 points to 0. Here it is on the replay. This pass, next pass here was forward. It's gone straight into the mitts of Bill Benjamin. He just streaks away. No one lays a hand on him. In the end, he was just coasting over. Score another try for Africa United. way this is going, Africa United will finish top of the pools. We'll end up that, well, maths is right, that is, in fact. ASEAN, they picked up to inside the Mediterranean, Middle East.
Bill Benjamin takes the score to Africa United 28. Latin Heat 0 with a kick to come.
So beat Car1 here. Right in front. Lots of strapping on his legs, as I've mentioned previously. Wonder how far he could boot a ball if he had no strapping. So he has the extras, and it's 30 points to 0, Africa United over Latin Heat.
Conversion successful. Score now, Africa United 30, Latin Heat 0.
Interesting. I'm not sure if the effects mics picked that up. Just heard a few shots in the background. It is. We are on Rifle Range Road here in Windsor, in the northwest of Sydney, and we got a penalty from the restart. Latin Heat boys in front of the kicker. So nothing going to plan for the Latin Heat today. Africa United will just take the tap, and AB Car1 will just charge over the top of Papa. Drag a couple more, an extra 10 metres. Kura goes in the dummy half. He's does the dummy. Straight into Horvath. And Diego Papa. And they've spilt the ball. So a let off here for the Latin Heat. Been under some pressure. So we're back underway. Miller. Is this to Kamano? Kamano's going to be dragged down by Suarez. Alfonso Payne also on the tackle. Help there from Monsalar Dar. Gardner. Be interesting if we had some stats of some of the hit-ups and tackles that these players have made. Here's a very good run from Rafael Mendoza. So they come this short side, Horvath. Miller again. It was out to Diego Papa. He finds a half gap. Good tackle from Car1. It's picked up from the other Papa. It's Gabriel Papa. They go the short side, Summers. It's a wobbly old kick. It's gone out on the full. So Africa United here get a full set of 6. Steinman Moe, captain, brushes it away from a couple. He's had a good game, had a good tournament. It's remarkable. These boys are backing up 3 games in 5 days. It'll be 4 in 7 after we finish with this tournament. It all wraps up at St Mary's on Saturday with that cup final of the emerging nations between Niue and Malta. So the trophy final between Poland and it's actually slipped me of so much rugby league the last couple of days. And the Philippines, Poland and the Philippines. Yesterday, Poland had a big victory over Vanuatu. Philippines also had a strong win in their game to advance into the final. of the trophy, but the big one is Niue against Malta. There's a player down injured for Africa United. Looks like it's Steinman Moe on the ground. Can't quite pick up the jersey number there. Can't quite see what happened there, but hopefully he's not too bad. He's got that leg heavily strapped. And if you're tuning in Sydney town and think you might come down and watch it, do so. It's not that cold. Although you might want to bring a big jacket and a beanie and some gloves. Cameraman trying to keep warm. Doing a great job throughout this tournament. All the crew at Bar TV doing a fantastic job. Chris, Monique, Justin, Trav. Also our other commentators, James and Dan. So Steinman Moe is coming to the field. It's had a great tournament so far. The captain, he's picked up a couple of tries. He scored one here early in the first half. This doesn't look good for Steinman Moe, the captain. As the Latin Heat supporters here in front of us start singing. The team's behind by 30, but they're still in good spirits here at Windsor Stadium. Ada Perry comes back onto the field. So Latin Heat have a chance here, as here goes a big run from Eddie Wegner. Summers at dummy half. Goes to Horvath. Mendoza. Mendoza the bulldozer. Gets over the 20. Miller. Out the back it goes. Well, pretty much it went to no one. Espani is back there to pick it up. Oscar Mendoza, he gets around a couple. He's going to go into touch. So it's been the story of Latin Heat's day today. They get some possession and just can't hold it for the full set of 6. That'll be an interesting stat. How many times Latin Heat have completed a set. So right after this one, we have the second test between Australia and New Zealand in the PDRL. That will be an absolute beauty. Australia got away with the first test right on the bell with an intercept. A link for the field try from Daniel Frost from Australia. And after that one, we finish up with day 6 with Hong Kong v Japan. Jewett gives this to Benjamin. He's already picked up a double today, Bill Benjamin. So Picaro, he goes to his man, Obi Karwan. There's the 15, Daniel Madwak. So they go to the short side again. Dude just chipped this over the top for his backs. Garrido, he stuck a hand out it, and Perry's going to be on the spot to score here. Africa United's got another try. Aidan Perry, as all good forwards do, follow through, and he's picked himself a try up in this one. So Africa United extend their lead now to 34, Latin Heat 0. Not a good way for Latin Heat to finish. But here it is, the kick through. Garrido and Perry. He could have tripped over that football, but he's got the toe to it. And he plants it down and celebrates with his teammates.
At Tribe Africa United takes the score at Africa United 34, Latin Heat 0, with a kick to come.
So Abid Karwan will be looking to keep his perfect record here. So I'm not sure who's the leading point scorer of this tournament, but certainly Abid Karwan will be right up there. Takes his time, as he's done with all the kicks. So Abid Karwan makes it 6 from 6. So Latin Heat now 30, well, they're down by 36 points to 0. Still over 20 minutes to go in this one. I don't think we're going to see a rugby league miracle today. So, Diego Papa just trying to find a bit of even land out there. He's a bit chopped up there in that centre. Good kick off as Suarez takes it. Samuel Carwan will bring this out, run straight into Summers. There's the number 11, Wansalia Dan. Suarez. Here's Rake. And a penalty here. Referee just saying a little bit too high in the tackle. Good Rake is up to his feet. So Carwan looks to find touch. I don't think it's going to find. And Garrido's there to pick it up. Thomas Garrido, he's still going. Thomas Garrido, what a run this is. He's getting around his outside man. Carwan's there to wrap him up. Good run from Thomas Garrido. Kamano bumps away from one. But the troops are there for Africa United to wrap him up. He pops the pass away. It's been picked up by Suarez. Diego Papa is there to wrap him up, and the ball's come free. So we've got a knock on here from the Latin Heat. Africa United will get the scrum feed. The referee ruling there that James Horvath's punched the ball out of the midst there of Suarez. Now the referee's just called time off. Jonathan Suarez, I saw him earlier, he made a tackle and was sort of clutching at the shoulder. He looks all right at the moment, which is good news. So the scrum will pack. 25 out from Africa United's line, and Carwan again takes the first hit up. Good run there, up to the 40. Mark Terry writes, hi from Saudi Arabia. Had some problems trying to get everything up my phone, and now we've got to play the ball infringement. So Latin Heat chance here to get first points for them. today. Horvat will find touch. Dave McMinn writes, Bill is a good bloke. Remember him as a 13-year-old. Thanks, Dave, for sending us a message. Gardner wanted the quick tap there, but the referee says, no, we'll hang on. So a chance here for the Latin Heat. Summers at dummy half, comes a shot side for Gardner. They're going to wrap him up. He's going to be held up. No, the referee likes it. Matt Gardner's got over. Latin Heat get on the board. And the Latin Heat supporters go up. They've finally got something to cheer about. 36-4. Matt Gardner gets a try for the Heat. Well done. Here it is on the replay. The referee was in a good spot to see that one. He's just wrestled his way over. So a good reward for Latin Heat. Been outclassed today, but they haven't given up. Philip Kingsland, he's watching from Watson's Bay. I assume that's Watson Bay in Sydney.
19. Matt Gardner is the score to Africa United 36. Latin Heat 4 with kick to come.
Steve Carmichael, he's having his lunch at work. Well done. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. As James Horvat looks to add the extras. It's holding up the wind, but it's just going to go across. So it remains 36 points to 4.
Score remains Africa United 36, Latin Heat 4.
This is day 6 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. It's the first one in 18 years. The first 2 Emerging Nations Championships were played in the UK in 1995 and the year 2000. It's good to see that the concept is back, and especially with these Confederate Cup teams, Africa United, Latin Heat, Mediterranean, Middle East, and also ASEAN. It's Gardner, the try scorer, takes another hit up. Summers in at dummy half is Wegner. He joined us in the commentary box here on Tuesday. Here's another good run here by the big number 8, Zulunga. Throws it back, and Samuel Carwin's there to pick it up. Carwin runs into Oscar Mendoza. Gardner there to help out. As Payne, as he's done so much during the day, go for a run from dummy half. He's gone across field there, and he's wrapped up there by Zulaga. So Reek, he's just slipped over there. So Samuel Carwin and dummy half. 15, Madwack takes it up to the 20. OB Carwan still going. There's a number of Latin Heat boys there to wrap him up. It's the last tackle for Africa United. Long pass there, goes to Jewett. He'll put this on the ground. It's a difficult one, and Diego Papa cleans it up. So the Heat just bringing this out of their own territory. It's been a tough ask for the Latin Heat today. Kimano. So just walking off the mark there, so the referee just tells him to go back and play it. And they go on the attack here. There's a chance down here on the short side. Oscar Mendoza, he's got a fair bit of defence to get through, but he's wrapped up. He did well to stay in and come in field. Miller almost went without it. Horvat, long pass, it's just gone to ground out there. Zalaga, probably the wrong man to get the ball. The referee's ruled it's a knock on, so once again Latin Heat just spilling the ball at a crucial stage. As I said, we've got Mark Terry watching from Saudi Arabia. It's great to have you on board. The beauty of social media these days, streaming, you can watch it anywhere. Once upon a time it was hard to watch a game of rugby league, but not these days. Big weekend of rugby league coming up on Saturday. Got the finals of the Emerging Nations. Australia against New Zealand over in Auckland. Also the Super League Grand Final, Wingen v Warrington. There's Bill Benjamin looking for his hat-trick. Picaro. Valerie Picaro will play it just inside Latin Heat's territory. Big 16 is back on the field. Ben Jiggity. He's got a long extended period on the bench his second half. The coach has thrown him out there for this final 13 minutes. Madwack. Daniel Madwack. So Mongduit out the back here. Picaro. Well, it's Reek in fact. Guck Reek, he does a dummy, flicks it back inside, and Mongduit's there to pick it up and score. So Africa United hit 40. Mongduit, he's had a sound game, the 5'8". He picks up a try for his efforts. It's just not the day for Latin Heat, what they would have hoped for. Africa United, they've showed their class today. You see here on the replay, Jewett running to the line, and Guck Reek shows plenty of strength to get outside his opposite number, then flicks the ball back inside to Jewett. Carwan, we aim for his 7th straight.
That try scored by number 6, Mum Dutt, takes the score to Africa 40. Latin Heat 4 with the kick to come.
So as I've said, after this one, we've got the Physical Disabilities Rugby League Test match between Australia and New Zealand. It was an entertaining game here on Tuesday. Australia getting up over New Zealand. Kamani from New Zealand, he scored 4 tries. It wasn't enough. Not sure if that's ever happened in a game of rugby league before, where a player scores 4 tries and he's on the losing side. So Carwan takes his time here. Strikes it nicely and the flags go up. So Habib Carwan makes it 7 from 7, and it's 42-4 Africa United over the Latin Heat.
Africa United 42, Latin Heat 4.
So the Confederation of Brazil Rugby League is tuning in again. Thank you very much. And ball just falls off the kicking tee here for Diego Papa. So we're back underway now. It's a shallow restart. Payne throws a long pass out here to Dan. Celia Dan will play it. 25 out for his loan. Payne will go for another run. A couple of goose steps. Flashy footwork there. The defence don't buy it. Now got a mistake from the play the ball. So Latin Heat, chance here. Alfonso Payne, not quite sure what happened there. He'll go back out wide. He convinced that he played it, but just a little bobble there was enough for the referee to call it up. But he sides up 42-4, so I don't think they'll be worried too much. Here's Miller, Red Miller. His head's heavily bandaged. He's been on the walls a bit today. Horvath, Gardner, good tackle there, low. Alfonso Payne making up for that mistake. Come down the very short corridor here. It's Gaspano. Gaspano throws it back into Mendoza. Oscar Mendoza did a juggle. He's hung on to it. So Latin Heat looking for their second try of the match. Summers in a dummy half. Horvath straightens up. Samuel Carwan reads it, wraps him up. Summers goes from dummy half. Wegner's charging onto it. Eddie Wegner's over. Latin Heat get their second try. Good stuff from the big front row. Eddie Wegner picks up Latin Heat's second try. 42-8 with the kick to come. Well done to the Heat. Just wish there was some heat up in this commentary box. It's absolutely freezing. This wind is cutting us to pieces. Well done, Eddie Wegner. So James Horvath will line this kick up.
They try the Latin Heat, takes the score to Africa United 42, Latin Heat
And he does
8.
so.
Conversion successful. Score now, Africa United 42, Latin Heat 10.
42 plays 10. Africa United, they'll take their time with the restart. The game's pretty much over. Just playing for pride, and so these boys have got to back it up again on Saturday. Africa United might be playing ASEAN in the final. Not too sure there. I don't have a statistician with us to actually confirm who they'll be playing in the Confederate Cup final, but I can guarantee that Africa United should be there. A healthy for and against, so we're back underway, and Gardner will take it. Offloads this here to Araya. Araya will play it, and then Martinez. He's out there now. He looks to be playing a loose forward role, Seb Martinez, with Jai Summers moving into 5'8". Into dummy half. Here's a good run from Zulaga. A few changes here late for Latin Heat. Now they get a penalty. So I'll piggyback upfield. And the referee's just blown time off here. It's a good kick. Oh, it's not going to find touch. It's spun back infield. Commentator's curse there. Bill Benjamin now charging back into the line. Gardner's there to wrap him up. Carwan gets for a run from dummy half and gives it to Malaki. They come out the grandstand side here. Inside pass to Jiggity, and good driving tackle there from Seb Martinez. He's also injured his teammate Gardner in that one. Run here from Carwan. Saw a half gap, but it closed quickly. Tackle from Araya. He's do it. Set down at Garrido. Garrido will be wrapped up. 18 out from his own line. Oh, Kamano. Ray just got in the way of Kamalo there. So it's Mendoza, Rafael Mendoza. 18. So can Latin Heat get one more to finish off? Matt Gardner across field as player for Latin Heat is just trying to stretch out a cramp by the looks of it. Here's Martinez up to the 40. Last tackle for Latin Heat. Goes back to Papa with the kick. Reek's there to take it. Cook Reek. The line's pretty strong there from Latin Heat. I'll tell you what, Reek just almost ran straight over the top of Araya. Did well to get back up. Dart, as he's done so often in this match, he takes a hit up from dummy half, helping out the forwards. Bill Benjamin will do the same here. We're over halfway, Africa United. Alfonso Payne. Araya. His supporter base is in front of us here, cheering him up. Here's Cowan. Last tackle for Africa United. Heading into the final 5 minutes of this one. They get a penalty. Abid Cowan will want to take a quick tap here. So Jordan Anabamoa is back out there too for Africa United. Ben Jeggedy will take the first hit up. Bumps out of a couple of tackles, Jeggedy. Summers tries to drag him down. The ball's come loose. The referee says it's been raked out. And Bowen gets us back underway, and Ben Jeggedy again will take the first hit up. He's slammed into the turf. 10 out from Latin Heat's try line. And a Bamoa dummy half. Short pass here to Madwak. 5 out. Almost going about it, Anabamoa. Still hitting hard out there, Latin Heat. Bacaro at dummy half. Dancing around Bacaro. He shrugs out a couple more. He could go himself here. Just got to put it down. Latin Heat defence hold him up. Referee says he's still in the field of play. So they're coming out to this short side. Do it. We'll put this on the toe. It's been spilled here. There's a chance here for Payne. I think Garrido just got it first. The referee says it's been planted. We'll go to the sticks for a line goal dropout. So this one's almost wrapped up here at Windsor Stadium. Africa United 42, Latin Heat 10. It's been just very, very strong performance from the Africa United boys. We had Steve Warwick up here in the first half. As he mentioned, if you got some African heritage in you and you want to get involved, go to the Africa United Rugby League Facebook page. And the same goes for the Latin Heat. You got South American or Latino heritage, jump on board. These great rugby league teams. So they come the short side through Anabamoa. Kuru. Karwan. Close to the line, 2 metres away. Deep, set deep to this left-hand side. Do it. Goes to Perry. Perry's looking for a double. Throws it behind Bill Benjamin. Now the ball's come loose. It's getting a bit sloppy out there. Got Reek. Reek still going. Reek, he's almost through. So, Eddie Wigner's gone down after making that desperate tackle on Reek. Hopefully the big fella's all right out there. It's a good game. So this doesn't look good for Wigner down on the ground. Referee, as I said, he's blown time off here. It's the final minute. The clock on your screen, it's only a guide, it's not the official time. Timekeepers are about half a mile away from us. He's sitting upright at this stage, Wigner. The good news, he's back on his feet. So here we go. Again, Bacaro running across. Finds Karwan. Carwan looking for a try, but Carwan, he'll straighten up here shortly, you'd think. Well, he's going to just run around them all here, and Carwan's going to score. It beat Carwan. Was looking for a gap. He ran across field from one side to the other and eventually found a spot and just planted the ball over. So it beat Carwan. He's kicked 7 from 7. Now finally gets a try. 46 plays 10. That'll just about wrap things up here at Windsor Stadium. Here it is on the replay. Carwan just dancing around. Palms off a couple, runs over another one and slams the ball down. He's had another great game to beat Carwan. As the full-time siren rings. Sounds like a air raid siren here at Windsor Stadium. So 46 to 10.
Try to Africa United, scored by number 1. Abed Carlin takes the score to Africa United 46, Latin Heat 10 with a kick to come.
So Carwan's not going to have the conversion here. Looks like it's going to take the conversion here. So he's got a difficult one right out in the sideline. Carwan was looking to keep his perfect record. Anyway, Dutt strikes it, and he's got it. So Africa United finish with a dominant performance. Africa United 48, Latin Heat 10 here in the Confederate Cup. Well done to both teams. We'll take a break here on Bar TV Sport and we'll be back with the PDRL test match between Australia and New Zealand.